YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Rome 2. Blademaster sent me some tournament replays that I wanted to show you. Because some of you sometimes ask me for tournament play. And this was in like a faction ban tournament that he played in. And here we are going to see him play as Bactria against Royal Scythia. Looks like it is a fairly long replay. Let's just check out the armies real quick, and we'll probably be jumping through some skirmish phase, is my guess. Eastern Slingers, 2 units of those. Looks like that's his skirmishers. We got Bactrian Hillmen on each flank, a Thurio Spear on each flank, Eastern Sling. Okay, so more Eastern Slingers, so there's 4 in total. 2 more Thurio Spears in the back. 1 more Bactrian Hillman there. Let's see, 2 Bactrian Noble Horse on that flank. I got a Bactrian Royal Guard and 3 Levy Pikes in the center. So, interesting army. He's got 4 nice heavy horsemen. He's got slingers for long range. He's got javelins on the Thurios. He's got pikes that can kind of hold if they don't get shot to death. And a Bactrian Royal Guard general is probably a solid choice because it's not going to be super easy to kill by either charging it or with missiles. So very expectedly, the Scythian army is going to start spreading out and working its way all around his flanks. Let's see what kind of units they got. Scythian Amazonians, Armored Horse Archers. So it looks like 4 Amazonians, 2 Armored Horse Archers there, 5 Amazonians, 6 Amazonians it looks like. Step Noble, Step Noble, Step Noble, Noble. So yeah, we're looking at, it must have been like a max 8 of the same or something, because it looks like there's 7 Step Noble Lancers and a Scythian Royal Horse for the general, and 3 Step Armored Lancers in the back. So a huge amount of cavalry for the Scythian player. Blade does have the tools to be dangerous here. We'll see how he does. His slingers are going to have to do a lot of damage to the Amazonian riders. A very early charge here from the Step Noble Lancers. They nailed the Bactrian Hillmen and then headed on into the Thurio Spears. They got quite a few kills, but now they're going to take a considerable number of losses. We'll see whether or not that was worth it. Early engagements like this don't usually go well, but it did open up the slingers. So this aggressive play from the Scythian might be worthwhile. He's killing a substantial number of slingers at this point, so that could definitely be a good thing. More cavalry pouring onto this flank, but these Step Noble Lancers getting killed now, not really being super cost effective, only having gotten rid of a Hillman essentially. So more being thrown in on the charge, going to kill a considerable number of Thurio Spears, but not going to do so much to the Bactrian Noble Horse. And then this Lancer is getting torn up as well. Thurio Spears coming in to support, so a couple of Step Lancers being thrown in early, and then this Armored Horse Archer getting thrown in early. That's going to be bad because they're going to lose ammo as the people die. And this Step Noble Lancer over here really not getting many kills, eating javelins from the Thurio Spears, so a lot of very risky engagements. An Amazonian rider here sacrificed for an Eastern Slinger. Partially understandable because the Slingers are going to be a huge danger in the late game. Just the aggressiveness of the Scythian player is very shocking almost at this point. They are just pouring all in. This Bactrian Noble Horse, though, is going to be much harder to kill than it may appear offhand. Lots of Lancers going down. Step Armored Lancers here being killed by Bactrian Noble Horse. Thurio Spears into the Step Lancers here. So, again, very aggressive. If there were some Lancers around here to really put pressure on these pikes from both sides, this could be an interesting situation. There's a couple of units, though. The Bactrian Royal Guard is one of them. That if those guys aren't dealt with properly, they're going to do a lot of damage here. This is not the Blades Balance mod. They don't have the Elite Spear, but they are still going to be exceptionally good versus cavalry. They have a solid charge, very nice armor, very good bonus versus large. They are going to be a difficult asset to remove from the battlefield. Got some Amazonian riders out here in Cantabrian Circle. Yeah, and at this point, it looked very rough for Blade because he was getting hit from so many directions, but the losses are mounting for Royal Scythia at this point. You can see the balance bar where it's at. As he fires ammunition, that balance bar is actually just going to keep tipping in Blademaster's favor, and if eventually it gets to the point where he takes the army losses penalty, it's going to be over for the Scythians. So let's see, ammo-wise, there's Scythian Amazonian riders. I see 3, 4... and 1 Armored Horse Archer. So I see 4 Amazonian riders, 1 Armored Horse Archer. There's one more Scythian Amazonian rider out here, and a last one over here. So still quite a few horse archers left. As far as slingers go, there's one Eastern Slinger here and another over here, and they are kind of giving grief to all these horse archers. Now there's enough horse archers here that if they were persistent, they should be able to get to these slingers if they wanted to. If they do not, they're just going to be taking fire from them. Thurio Spear, or Levy Pikemen way out here kind of on their own. Blademaster's got an attack order on a unit that has routed, so it's just kind of walking around. He's probably trying to micromanage elsewhere. His Bactrian Noble Horse have been a very difficult proposition for the enemy. Now the Scythian Royal Horse just got a pretty nice charge into the Bactrian Royal Guard, killed a number of them, and it's under fire from other units. The Royal Horse does have Draco, and that's what it used. Well, no, that's flaming arrows. Or whistling shot, one of the two. Looks like whistling shot. Did they get... Yeah, the slingers out here were mobbed by the horse archers, so that's going to be bad for Blademaster. No missiles left, so he's going to have to endure the horse archer fire at this point, unless the Scythian gets over-aggressive, and the Scythian has been extremely aggressive in this match, so it's quite possible. Yeah, none of these slingers made it out of that situation alive. He has pikes, though. If he takes up a somewhat defensive position, it will make it difficult for the Scythian player. These Bactrian Noble Horse down to 5 men. They were still fighting. Oh, the Thurio Spear is getting a great javelin volley here on the Scythian Royal Horse. The more hit point damage you can do to a unit like that, the better. Blademaster's going to probably have to consolidate his forces here in the center. He's got to keep these Bactrian Royal Guard alive till late game. This kind of engagement out here, where it's Thurio Spears just kind of tangling with these armored lancers, not exactly the type of thing that Scythia needs right now. I would think that, if anything, they just want to be picking off stranded units, just like they are here with these Hillmen. If they would have left them in combat, I think that would have finished them. More Hillmen over here. I mean, these units can easily be charged down by the Steppe Noble Lancers, and that's probably what you're going to see if he gets the charge. If he does not, then it's going to be... Oh, this is bad. Yep, see, the little things like this can take away some big moments from you, but he got away there fairly clean. Blademaster is going to pike box up here. Pike triangle, I should say. The question is whether or not the horse archers have enough ammo to break the pike triangle and finish off the Bactrian Noble, or Royal Guard. So the horse archers, I mean, can't just leave this pike box till the end of the game, because that's not going to go well for cavalry. But they also can't just leave Bactrian Royal Guard to the end of the game, because that's also not going to go very well for cavalry. So this will be an interesting conundrum. It says there's 17 minutes left, so that's a considerable amount of time for the late game here. We'll just kind of see how it goes. This Thurio Spear is surrounded. Blade puts it into square kind of over and over again. Square will not protect it from being shot up by horse archers, but to be honest, if this is getting shot by horse archers, that just means these units are not going to get shot by those arrows, and that's going to be better for Blademaster. So this is not a bad trade in my mind. Yeah, he's going to lose some units over here. He's actually bringing his nobles out to save them, which is an interesting choice. I would think he doesn't really want these guys to get shot up by all the horse archers. He's not losing men terribly fast on these units. And he even's probably going to get a few kills there. But he's getting rear charged too. If he loses his general, it's going to be bad news. And his general did just get absolutely torn up here. So that's rough. Yeah, his general's down to 50 men. Let's see if it died. Nope. But that unit is concerned over casualties sustained. The pike box still goes ignored by the horse archers. That's an extremely dangerous proposition, though you could technically rout the pike box by getting rid of the general, potentially, if it tilted this balance of power enough. Let's see what he's skirmishing with. We'll zoom up close here. Are the horse archers firing? And I would think yes, and I would think they want to come to point blank range, and they should be using, yeah, they're using heavy shot. This is going to be pretty bad for Blademaster. His general is going to be in a tough spot here. They're going to be getting shot from every angle. Yeah, taking big losses. His general's going to die at this point, would be my guess. So, and if Blademaster loses that general, it could be pretty rough. But again, it depends on how much ammo is left here. We can't see that on Rome 2 like you can in Attila. Some people like that you can't see it. He's gonna put his general into this unit, which that's probably a good plan. He could kind of help protect his general from within this unit here. Yeah, this is a good move here. Kind of make a mini box out here, and the shields from each unit can help protect each other. I think that's a pretty smart move. You're still going to take some losses, but it's going to be better than just straight getting shot in the back. Let's just kind of see what happens here. The general just went red for Blademaster. Yeah, that strategy was a nice idea, but it is not working. His general's still getting killed. Whatever arrows hit it are getting the shot in the rear type penalty there, so the general's not dead. Here comes a charge, though. Used frenzied charge on his general. That should actually keep his general in the fight longer, I think. Draco, everything else being dropped here, so the bonus versus large is way down on these guys. Flaming and whistling shot from the Scythian. Nice work. Will it be enough, though, to break both these Royal Guard? This is definitely a gamble, and it looks like it might pay off, but losing some Step Noble Lancers, more ammo being expended, General is gone, and let's see what happens. This could be very bad for Blademaster. It's tilting the balance of power a little bit, but this Bactrian Royal Guard is not breaking. It is, oh, and it's stabilized now, because the flaming effect wore off. This Bactrian Noble Guard right here just put up one heck of a performance. That was actually very impressive. Very impressive. Watch the general rout, but did not itself rout. The general, though, for Blademaster did not die. And that is a benefit for Blademaster, certainly. I don't know where his general routed to. Right here. Here's his general, right there, leaving the battlefield, and the Scythian did not kill the general. And that's not inflicted that penalty. Interesting, there's no penalty for the general really routing, but there is a penalty for him dying. Bactrian Royal Guard being swamped by cavalry, definitely going to get killed, but potential to take out some cavalry at the same time. It's actually looking pretty good for Blademaster at the moment because, well, there's still bows out on these units, so they still have ammo, but do they have enough to break apart a pike box? Possibly. With heavy shot and close up, very possibly. Armored Horse Archer still has ammo too, so any of those guys that die, it's going to be very good for Blademaster. I can't believe his general survived that. That is just wacky. Where did he go? His general's off out there somewhere. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to find him. I don't want to miss too much of the action. It was just two guys running off the battlefield from that unit. Maybe they already got off the battlefield. I don't know. Anyway, let's hop back over here, see what happens to this Bactrian Royal Guard. Yep. It's still the target of the Horse Archers. I can't for the life of me figure out why the Horse Archers didn't immediately target the Levy Pikemen. They can't move. You're guaranteed to get a rear shot on them. And if they stay to late game and you don't have any ammo, then you're in trouble. Big trouble. So, I don't know. We'll see. Instead, he focuses on the Bactrian Royal Guard. Draco now on some of these guys who are nearby. The Royal Guard fighting down to the last man because of Frenzied Charge, so an excellent use of Frenzied Charge by Blademaster. Used it twice to help keep his unit in the fight when it otherwise would have been gone. Look at that, fighting to the last man. Killed to the last man. Bactrian Royal Guardsman right there, the last survivor of his unit. What a trooper. Dead trooper, but he's a trooper. Well, let's see if he has the tools to deal with the pike box. Blade's going to close it in nice and tight to make sure there's no exposed flanks or anything else, and it's just basically a porcupine of spears here. While it was reforming, may have been a momentary opportunity to get charged in there, but let's see if there's missiles left. This is always frustrating for a step faction that comes to late game. I can't tell if he's targeting or what he's targeting or what's going on here, if he's resting his troops. I have no idea. There's still a long time left, so let's fast forward. These units... The general is dead for the Bactrians. Quick charge there, just kind of testing the waters, it looks like. None of these units say they're firing. might just be resting his units for a final confrontation, or just trying to get up close. I mean, they still have, well, this unit still has their bows out. I think they have ammo. Maybe he's going to try and do like a flaming, whistling volley followed by a charge. That may be his angle. And that may not be a bad plan if some of these units have arrows left. And they do, because they still have their bows out. Let's see what he does, because these are just levy pikemen. This could be extraordinarily close. Closer than we might think. The general coming in, dismounted and trying to get at the enemy. The general was already dead. Yeah, that did not work. It's not a bad plan because these guys have good melee stats, but yeah, it's not going to work. Do they keep their charge bonus? No, they do not. I think someone said one of the cataphract units or something keeps their charge bonus when it dismounts. If someone said that, can you remind me of it in the comments which unit it was? That'd be kind of cool to look at. I'm pretty sure Blade's little pike porcupine is going to survive this. All the units dismounting and coming in. Yeah, it's not going to do any good. Mounted, dismounted with the pike box the way it is here. He doesn't have a lot of prayer. Again, that's why I would have tried to save that ammunition for late game, where I wouldn't have saved it for the backdrain Royal Guard, because you can ping pong off those guys with shock cavalry and stuff a little bit, whereas you don't have a prayer of doing that with pikes if you charge them into the pikes. Scythian Royal Horse here just trying anything they can to try and make a difference, but this is hopeless for the Scythian player. They're going to rout at this point. So that was a pretty interesting opening game. It was much closer than, I mean, at first I thought it was really swinging in favor of Royal Scythia, and then I thought it was easily in favor of Blade, and it ended up being extremely close. Blademaster did not get near as many kills, but he also deployed basically twice as many men. So let's take a look at some of the units. 312 kills in the Scythian Royal Horse was an excellent job by the Royal Scythian player, that's for sure. And Blademaster on his side, just not getting a lot of kills, but getting kills. And really, that's the problem for the Steppe faction, is your opponent's going to have more units. And you have to be able to be very cost-effective with your kills, whereas your opponent does not have to be particularly cost-effective with their kills. Though the two Bactrian Royal Guard brought back a lot of kills each, so definitely paying off in the end. Hope you all enjoyed this one. I'll be back with more soon. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.